What's up again, everybody? Oh my gosh, if you did not see all 4 parts of the Sealed Simulation series, I would highly recommend checking those out. If you did see all of those, then I think it's only appropriate for us to start this next one, this next little series, using a Rune Blade pack, because the Rune Blade was strong with that box that we opened. That was a solid box opening. I won't tell you exactly the distribution, but I will say that it's highly worth watching that last part. So with this one, we're going to open this single pack. We're going to look at all the cards, and then we're going to see which card we would pick if this were a draft format event. Okay, we get to pick one of these cards that we're going to open. So in this scenario, the question is, what is the best card to pick? And believe it or not, it's probably going to be like a generic card or maybe an equipment. So let's see what we are going to pick. All right, one pack, if we can open it. Good little, there we go, there it goes. Okay, so we're not gonna pick the token. That does not matter. Okay, let's pull it up to here and adjust. Kabam. Maybe? All right, cool. Now I am going to keep doing the thing that I enjoy doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to know why I do that, check out the 3rd video in that Sealed Simulation series, and that will answer your question. Okay, so these are the class cards. Now, normally you wouldn't pick a class card first unless it was just like a bomb class card, and generally the commons aren't that way, but let's take a look at them anyway. Yellow Headshot, okay. Red Locked and Loaded. This is important to see all of the distribution. I'm not going to put these into stacks. I'm going to put them maybe in columns based on class. Yellow Sikkim Shot. Okay, there's 2. Blue 0 to 60. Move it like that. Yellow Amplify the Arknight. Blue Scalding Rain. Blue Read the Runes. So there's our current distribution of class cards. And again, I don't really pick class cards early. I don't think many people do. And there's your double token. Now these ones are important because you may pick a generic card super duper early. So we have Red Whisper of the Oracle, Blue Moon Wish, a Blue Sunkiss, Red Vigor Rush, which says if you have played a non-attack action card this turn, Vigor Rush gains go again, attacks for 4, costs 1. Then you have your rare slot. So we have Pedal to the Metal, okay, rare. That is a red Pedal to the Metal. We have a Knock the Death Whistle. Maybe, just maybe you consider taking a Knock the Death Whistle, a super rare in your first pack. Maybe you consider that one, because that is a really good card. If you take this card, you are basically guaranteeing, or not, I guess you really aren't guaranteeing, because you could just take any number of cards after this that are not Ranger. You could just take this for your collection. But this does definitely make you consider or look at the quality of the cards in your Ranger slots in your pack, which of course there are 2 as we see here. They're both yellow. We have a Sikkim Shot and a Headshot. One costs 1, the other costs 1. One of them has Go Again, which attacks for 3. The other one, if it hits, if you put it into your arsenal face up, it gains +2. So worth considering alongside of these, because if those wheel back around, then oh wow. If they wheel back around, then they might be worth grabbing. And then you get a Hollow Salvage Shot as well. Yellow Salvage Shot. And then Mage Master Boots, which are some great, just great equipment. That's a solid equipment slot choice if you go with this one. Now, looking at the pack as a whole, let's make it to where it's a little bit more in focus. See if we can get this to where it's at least seeable, viewable, in a good, concise way. So looking at your distribution here, you're looking at 4 Ranger cards, okay, stacking them like this. Maybe we can get them even closer together. 4 Ranger cards. You're looking at 2 of those, 2 Mechanologists. You're looking at 2 of those, 2 of, oh, sorry, just 1 of those, my fault. And then here are your other considerations. I'll put those on top together because you do kind of want to consider them together. Oh, you got 3 Mechanologist cards, silly me. There, let's push this in even more. Hiya. So here's what the packet ended up looking like. Your first pick, your first pack. You've got some interesting choices here. it is so hard for me to not just rare draft things because I love like rare cards, that sort of stuff. So it's hard for me not to just want to take Knock the Death Whistle here, just because it's pack one, pick one, and if you take a super rare card, you don't necessarily have to be married to to drafting that character, that class, I should say. But if you do, good for you, right? And if you don't end up taking it, that's not the worst thing in the world because it's one pick out of, you know, as many as you have. The other options here are not really super spicy, so like maybe Mage Master Boots becomes your auto pick if you don't care about drafting, you know, Knock the Death Whistle. This one might be worth considering, though I will say that Knock the Death Whistle does provide a ton for Azalea, like utility-wise. Not only is it a zero-cost card, but it allows you to search your deck for an arrow, right? That's just insane. And you reload, and you go again, and it pitches for blue, which you don't really care that much about pitching for blue, but the fact that you have the ability to pitch a single card if you ever need to, which is this one, pitch this single card and pay for like all of your turn, essentially, is pretty boss. That's a really, really good card. And you know you have these three here, so unless the people next to you are also going Ranger, you might see some of these wheel back around. Red Whisper of the Oracle kind of sticks out to me. It's kind of interesting as well, looking at that one. Just because you do have opt abilities on it, and it does go again, so this plays nicely towards Amplify the Arc Knight synergies. Not really just that card. It plays for Runeblade synergies is the better way to say it. It plays for Wizard, though I feel like Wizard's just really hard. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and Wizard's okay in limited formats. It just feels really hard. These are the kinds of cards that would probably make it better, right? So this one sticks out to me as well. Those two, if you're picking generics, Mage Master Boots or Whisper of the Oracle seem good. As far as Mechanologist stuff here, if you were forced to take a Mechanologist card, the rare makes the most sense, right? Because the rare says if Pedal to the Metal hits, then your next attack action gains Dominate. Excuse me, your next attack, because it doesn't have to be an action card. It could just be with the weapon. And so then you would obviously try to be boosting here. I feel like boosting in Limited is going to be a little tricky because you're going to need a lot of Mechanologist action cards, or just Mechanologist in general cards, to trigger the boost. And with a 30-card deck, you're basically just leaning in. But in Draft, it's a lot more sensible than in a sealed format where you're sort of at the behest of whatever the sealed packs have. With Draft, you can draft just bunches upon bunches of the Mechanologist cards. So that's my thoughts on the pack. What are your thoughts on this pack? What do you think you would take first? Let me know in a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.